Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about Stephan's Bankroll coffee, and here is some of the coffee. Oh wait, see, I'm not drinking it today. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept of Bankroll coffee. See, before I criticize Graham's whole coffee idea, I should say I am impressed with the success he has had on YouTube. He's definitely created a great following of people who want to save, invest, focus on the future, not waste their money on frivolous things, and really just have a great lifestyle. So I think that that's something very praiseworthy, and I think it's quite natural when someone has become successful in one thing, they kind of want to delve into other things. So it's kind of natural for a YouTuber to then say, hey, I did very well, now I'm gonna get into a Shopify store, into a category I'm not really an expert in. So let me get into some of my critique of Stephan's coffee idea. When he first announced that he's getting into the coffee business, I actually thought that's kind of exciting. I thought he actually was going to create like a retail store, and it just would be kind of really slick and would just be focused on money. Would it be like a money themed retail store? But instead, we waited literally years to get basically a Shopify store with a few cartoonist images of money, and the descriptions of his coffee are really unreal. Let me read off one of them. Now, first of all, the way his store is laid out is very strange, because it's just very off-putting, because you have a $10.99 coffee, the Diamond Hands coffee, and then he includes crap on there that Shopify sometimes puts for more expensive items. Like it says, pay in full or in 4 interest-free installments for orders between $50 and $1,000. Why do I want installment payments for coffee that's $10.99? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why that should be on there. That doesn't really quite make sense, and it makes it seem like the coffee is extremely expensive when you're paying it on installment payments. So that line needs to go. That doesn't even make sense why that would be there, and it actually makes you not even want to read the description once you see that you might want to pay on installment payments. Then the description itself is one of the lamest ones I've ever seen for a coffee. Like a Starbucks Reserve, it talks about where the coffee came from and how it's a really rare location in the world, and it's extremely special, and then the way that they just wash the beans, and then where they grind it and roast it. It's just like a really amazing description. But then Graham's coffee, he doesn't seem to understand that coffee is a commodity. Everybody already wants the coffee. It's just a question of whether they want your coffee. And then let's look at Graham's description, because and I'm not criticizing Graham himself as a person. I think he's done a very good job on YouTube. But in terms of coffee, this is a terrible description. Look at this. Feel bullish as you diamond hand on your full-bodied citrus-flavored coffee. Whether you're diving deep into crypto or watching your stonks fluctuate, feel confident with every sip you take. What the heck? That's like a terrible description. Why would I care about this coffee? It doesn't tell me anything other than, oh, it's bright and full-bodied and from Colombia. Well, this is just not a good description, and some of the images just look like they're literally cartoon characters too. I think that just doesn't really work out very well. The other issue is I think he structured it in such a way that he's only going to get a $2 per bag profit margin. I have no idea if that's typical. He kind of gave the impression he was structuring in a way that he was intentionally trying to make it a volume business where the profits per bag were small. And considering he already spent $10,000 to start this business with attorney fees for the intellectual property, I think that was a huge mistake. I think he would have been way better off going on LegalZoom and saving a lot of money, and that would have mean that he would be a lot closer to making money right up front. So I think that this business idea is just not a very good one, especially because he also said that he doesn't want it. He wants us to be like a passive income business, which is that's really weird, because this is not like an apartment complex where people always want to go to your apartment and rent that one. Coffee is different. Think about even Starbucks. That's not a passive business by any stretch of the imagination. They're always doing things like promotions. There's Christmas deals. There's all these holidays where they have deals. They have coupon codes, and they have the rewards and things of that sort. And so even a company that's really huge isn't passive. So I think that he actually is not maybe entering even the business with the right mindset. It's not a passive income source. I know that Shopify makes it very easy to seem like that's the case. You create the website, you pay all the money, and you think, oh, I'm done. Nope. Once that's all set up, the next step is to constantly promote it. And I actually don't think that he wants to promote it constantly. And that's probably one of the weaknesses of e-commerce, is people think, oh, once it's on the internet, you don't have to do a whole lot, but that's actually not the case. It's unlike when you have a retail store, at least it's there and people see it all the time. With an e-commerce store, they're probably not going to see it unless you're pushing it out there. So that's my critique of Graham's Bankroll coffee. I haven't had the coffee. I noticed on the website there's not even any reviews yet, so I guess not enough people have bought it yet to give it a review. But at some point, maybe I will buy it. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I will try the Graham coffee at some point, but it's more of a novelty for me just to see how it tastes. But I don't really expect it to be that great, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody say it's great, or anyone that's reputable say that you got to get this coffee yet. So maybe that'll happen. But at this point, as someone that loves coffee, how
does Danny tend to find a good coffee? He finds like the rare ones or unusual ones.
I do a ton of research. I look at what people are saying, sometimes on Yelp, at places that get high reviews, and sometimes we go to the coffee farms or actual locations where they roast the beans. And right now we get ours from Salt Lake City, from one coffee house we like. And I think Starbucks, they still have very good stuff with the reserve, so it's hard to compete. But if it is good, I'll give an update.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Definitely subscribe. Maybe you could send some Stephan's coffee. I'll take a freebie. Anyway, and I'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.